as the country still looms in the defeat of what the economic policies are called from Joe Biden. Americans keep on stressing out in their livelihoods. But is there still hope? Well, we're going to be talking about more about this today on Politically Unhinged. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Ken just gave me a call. He's going to be a little bit late, as I already knew. So, so sorry about that. But while we are waiting on Ken to show up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into some of these articles that I pulled up that are honestly what we need to talk about real quick. So, thing is that Trump is leading in polls. He's leading in a whole bunch of them. Not just the Democrat led polls where they're going like, oh, well, Trump's leading in this stuff for the Republican Party. As well, everyone knows. Trump is actually leading against Joe Biden in numerous polls. And he's leading so much that the Communist News Network has to talk about it. So, okay. Yeah, see, and no one wants to sign up for your newsletter. All right. So Trump is leading in the polls now. Former President Trump has the upper hand over Joe Biden in two critical battleground states, Michigan and Georgia, and broad majorities in both states holding negative views on the sitting president's job performance, policy positions, and sharpness. So, as you can see, Biden and Trump during this time last election cycle, Trump was was at 49.9%. Biden was just at 44%. However, now Trump has 50% of the vote and Biden has 40%, with 10% saying that they wouldn't support either candidate. So, what does this mean for Joe Biden? Well, this basically means that his ratings are down the drain and Joe Biden has lost every single effort for re-election. Joe Biden isn't going to have this election like at all in these states unless they go ahead and try to steal them, which wouldn't be a surprise. So we're seeing all this outcry in these states with these two And people are saying like, well, Trump won't get the election because, well, Trump has all these indictments and everything. But the thing is that overwhelmingly, people do not care about it. People do not care about the election. And sorry, not the election, but the indictments. No one cares. All right. The Democrats basically pulled the trigger on it way too soon. And every single time that Trump is in the news now with the indictments, people are just going to be like, hey, can we just have something different here? Can we just have something different? So that's what's going on here. Here. Now, with all the election talk, we got to talk about this, all right? Donald Trump has been accusing Jack Smith and Joe Biden of election interference, which, in all honesty, has a really good case about it because they are bringing the cases up in March, January, and so forth, making sure that Trump is not on the campaign trail. So Trump ends up accusing Jack Smith of election interference over the Supreme Court gambit. So this is according from the Daily Wire. You're over here. So former President Trump accused special counsel Jack Smith of election interference after the prosecutor asked the Supreme Court on Monday to quickly resolve a debate over whether Trump has immunity from prosecution. So, you know what? I think this is a smart idea. Yeah. So, but in all honesty, it's stupid that these are happening anyway. So, Trump's 2024 re-election campaign released a scathing statement that took swipes at Smith and Joe Biden, who is seeking a second term over a bid to preserve a March 4th trial date in the 2020 election case that falls one day short of Super Tuesday. The Supreme Court agreed to swiftly consider Smith's petition, giving Trump until December 20th to respond. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, it's because Trump literally has like no time to he has enough time to respond, I'll be honest. But going ahead and putting this on Super Tuesday is what goes ahead and restricts him even farther. So, like, let's say that, like, oh, yeah, he's good to go. The prosecutions cannot be held. That's great for him. But if they are going ahead and saying, like, oh, yeah, guess what? We're doing it. There's going to be blood in the water for Donald Trump. All right. But I'll be honest, all right, that blood in the water is not going to be as bad as the blood in water that Joe Biden is currently in. Now, the blood in the water for Joe Biden is that, well, his son Hunter is an imbecile and likes to launder money and, do hookers and blow. So people are at a standpoint right now going ahead and seeing like, hey, would I rather go ahead and vote for Joe Biden's corruptness where we don't even know what we're getting, or just go ahead and vote for Donald Trump where we already know what he is capable of? And overwhelmingly, what the Americans are doing, they are turning out for Donald Trump in this instance because they are tired of, one, the Biden economic plan, two, just the gerontocracy that Joe Biden has built upon himself. Now, y'all know that, like, if we're up to me, man, there would be an age cap for holding political offices, but I'll be honest, that's probably never going to happen because all of these people want to keep their jobs until they're 6 feet under. So, all right. So while we're waiting for Ken, we're going to go ahead and touch up on another few articles. Let's real quick. So let's talk about Harvard. So let's talk about them. Y'all gotta love Harvard. Am I right? Harvard's so great. I mean, why wouldn't we support them? So Harvard did not have cojones. It did not have the cojones. Black conservative scholar allegedly plagiarized by Harvard president Blast University for keeping her. So, for all of you that don't know, it's been revealed that the president of Harvard has plagiarized in multiple multiple articles that she has written. So now what Harvard is doing is that they are trying to save face. Yes, and they're going ahead and they're going like, oh yeah, don't worry, it's fine, it's fine. We're good here. Now with Harvard, with everything that's going on, is that they don't necessarily know what they're doing. This is uncharted water for them. So Harvard's already in a big mess with all of their alumni, or yeah, because they're going ahead and they're threatening to pull funding from the school because of the anti-Semitism already. Another reason why they're trying to pull funding even more so now is because of this plagiarism done by this woman. So she went ahead and she plagiarized, I think, up to like about 15, maybe more different articles. What was that? I know for a fact there's at least 4. And what's going on here is that Harvard, without going ahead and just firing her, what they are doing is that they're just going to go ahead. They're going to be like, hey, yeah, whatever. Who cares? So they're just going ahead. They're going back into those articles and those papers that she has written, and they're going to head and adding the citations. And they're saying like, oh, it didn't break our citation bylaws over here at Harvard, but when in actuality, if you go ahead and read it did. But they're going to say that, if it was a white person, they'd be doing it as well. But they'd go ahead and fire the white person. Let's be honest. So if you're an alum of Harvard, pull funding. Just pull funding. Just go ahead and pull funding from all of these universities, all of these schools. Because what they are doing is that they are corrupting the minds of the youth. And they are going ahead and making them think that, hey, maybe I should be anti-Semitic. Maybe I should be dependent upon the government that does not give a damn about my rights, that does not give a damn about who I am. Maybe that's what they should do. But it's crazy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's dive into more of this. So she offered the book Black Faces, Black Interests, the Representation of African Americans in Congress, which won the LBJ Foundation D.B. Hardman Prize is for Congressional Scholarship, and the Woodrow Wilson Foundation Award from the American Political Science Association. After Harvard indicated it would back Gay and not force her to resign in the wake of plagiarism accusations and Gay's claims that calls for the genocide of Jews required context. Swain blasted the university on X, saying the Harvard Corporation did not have the cojones to own and remedy their mistakes. Thanks. Regarding Dr. Gay. So, we gotta love that Swain is just lighting them up about Dr. Gay. So, Dr. Swain doing a great job. Now, What we need to do is go ahead and further. We got to push this on further because all this stuff that keeps on happening will not stop until they are feeling it in their pockets. Harvard will not stop. The Democrats will not stop. And the government for sure will not stop until the pocketbook is hurting. All right. So we're going to keep on looking at this because, like, what the hell is going on with these institutions? You're supposed to trust these institutions, by the way. But God forbid you go ahead and say, hey, something's up, and you realize that there's something wrong. You're the crazy one. You're not crazy. You're just normal. So, now this is something that happened earlier today. Once again, regarding Harvard. Harvard cancels event featuring Democratic congressman after he slams Claudine Gay over House testimony. Oh, look at that. But it's a Democrat that's doing it. So, by the way, this congressman has actually been shunned now by most of the Democrats in Congress because he went ahead and slammed her for the anti-Semitic stuff that she was talking about. After Massachusetts Democrat congressman, who is also a Harvard University alumnus, slammed Harvard President Claudine Gay for claiming she supported free speech to bolster the inaction against calls for genocide of the Jews. Harvard canceled an event at which the lawmaker was to speak. On December 8th, Harvard's conservative John Adams Society was supposed to hold a discussion on the future of U.S.-China relations featuring representatives Jake, I think that's Auchincloss, a Democrat from Massachusetts, and Ro Khanna, Democrat from California. The event was co-sponsored by the American Affairs. So this was canceled because they did not like that you were going to head and you questioned them. Even some of the Democrats in Congress went ahead and questioned these people. But you know what? Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see here. So 1 month prior to November 6th, David Vega of the John Adams Society booked a room. He received an email from the Faculty of Arts and Sciences confirming the event and the room in which it was supposed to be in. So, keeps on going. So, the chief of staff of the Auchincloss, I don't know how to pronounce that. So, staff communicated with Haverty, director of events management, reportedly replied, "Thank you for this. You would work with the team planning the event and Harvard University Police," adding, "They are wonderful." So this keeps on going and going. So on December 5th, Harvard confirmed the event. All right. Great. On December 6th, the congressman released a statement which read, "Harvard ranks last of 248 universities of support of free speech. But when it comes to denouncing anti-Semitism, suddenly the university has anxieties about the First Amendment. It rings hollow." So, on December 7th, Emory stated, The student organizer for the event reportedly received an email from the associate director for the student organizations claimed the event was canceled because of American Affairs was a non-Harvard entity. Would you look at that? So as soon as you go ahead and speak out against the liberals, more stuff happens. A Harvard spokesman claimed that the university has no record of an event registration request. So everything was just wiped out. You're not supposed to know about it. This never happened. It just didn't happen, folks. So, notwithstanding the registration confirmation reviewed by the American Conservative and dozens of back and forth emails between the organizers and Harvard staff, all predicated upon the fact the event is registered and moving forward. Armory concluded. Got to love these Democrats, folks. Going ahead, spouting their anti-Semitism, but as soon as you go ahead and call them out for it, you're the one that's in the wrong. It's also like that on TikTok. I mean, as soon as I say something that goes ahead, that goes against the ideals that they're trying to push with Hamas and with the Palestinian Authority, I'm the one that's wrong. So, let's keep on going. Now, speaking of Hamas, Piers Morgan is back in the news. But Piers Morgan this time is in the news for doing something intelligent. So, okay. Bullshit. Piers Morgan grills doctor who can't stop defending Hamas. Oh, you got to defend Hamas, everyone. Hamas isn't just terrorists going ahead and killing people. No, you got to defend them. They're the ones that are in the right. So, television host Piers Morgan called bullshit on his guest, a doctor in Britain's National Health Services, for referring to the October 7th massacre as an act of resistance and claiming that Hamas was not a terrorist organization, but a group of freedom fighters. This is evil. This is evil right now. The way that people go ahead and stand by Hamas's side while they went ahead and intentionally killed thousands of people in one day, and they call them freedom fighters. No, that's not the case. Hamas has never been freedom fighters. They have always been a terrorist group. Now, all of these different people going ahead and saying, hey, listen, Hamas is good, Hamas is great. You're what's wrong. Just because Israel doesn't match up with the ladder that you go ahead and go like, oh, these people are oppressed, therefore they're right. Just like how Asians don't line up with it. You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong. Hamas is evil, and they will not stop at anything. And especially, let's go ahead. Let me get this out of the way. For the LGBTQ group that went ahead and shut down the Brooklyn Bridge in New York, I think it was Queers for Palestine or something. I don't know. as soon as they get the chance, they would kill you. They would kill you. I don't understand how you can go ahead and just support these people. Like, how? How are you going to support this evil? How are you going to support people that willingly go ahead and kill people? Now, all of you are saying, well, Israel's doing the same thing. Guess what? In the last few weeks, right, Israel has averaged killing 0.8 people per bombing. Israel is going out of its way to ensure that innocent lives aren't being taken. And for all the people that are going like, oh, well, Israel stripped people down, blah, blah, blah. Israel stripped down men that are of the age of being in the military. All right, this is nothing different than what the U.S. has done. They stripped them down to make sure that there was no bombs, that there's nothing on them. The U.S. had done this for years as well. That is what you're supposed to do in those instances. That's just how it goes. But if you are going to go ahead and support these people without a second thought in your mind, you need to take a deep look at yourself. And you got to see, hey, maybe I am the one that's wrong. You got to take that look. But you never will. Well, you never will. You'll never go ahead and see that you're the reason what's going on. Now, we got people in Biden's cabinet. All these young people go like, oh, you need to support Hamas. You need to support Hamas. Well, guess what? Supporting Israel is overwhelmingly popular with the people of the United States. It's just how it is. It's just how it will always be. It's always going to be overwhelmingly popular because, one, Israel is a democracy in the Middle East. Two, Israel never goes ahead and attacks on their own. Every single thing that Israel has done has been in self-defense. But they're not going to tell you that. They just won't. I mean, why would they? It's not like they're trying to go ahead and make sure that Israel doesn't survive, that making sure that Israel doesn't have anything that's going on with it. It's not like they are trying to go ahead and like, hey, let's make sure that Israel no longer exists. It's not like they're chanting a genocidal slogan. I mean, it's not like they're going ahead and chanting, from the rivers to the sea, Palestine may be free. Oh, wait. They are. They 100% are. Okay. All right, so Ken just texted me, so he's having a lot of problems. All right. It was always the lunatic left that has captures the MSM. This time are under it's supporting Hamas. Yep, agreed. Great. It is always the radical left. It's the lunatic left that is going ahead and they are supporting it. Good. Now we are waiting for Ken to get on. He's having Wi-Fi issues. He's got someone over there right now fixing his Wi-Fi. He'll be joining us as soon as he can. So let's keep on diving in to stuff that the media says that they do not want you to know. Because, you always got to be locked in step with them. So, okay. Okay. So, Barack Obama hit over character in Netflix film he executive produced, warning against trusting white people. I guess that's not racist. Not racist at all, right? I mean, right here, here's Barack and Michael right there. Great picture of them, too. Users on X hit former President Barack Obama over a viral clip from a apocalyptic Netflix film, which he executive produced alongside Michelle, where one of the main characters warns about trusting others, especially white people. No, guys, you're not allowed to trust the white people. You can't. You just can't trust white people, apparently. If you trust white people, something's going to happen. If you go ahead and you trust white people, it's going to go ahead and make sure that, something's going to happen to you. Obama follows Marxist doctrine, divide and conquer. Yes, he does. That has literally what happened to the United States, especially with his saying this is a campaign slogan that's called hope. No, it ain't. That was not hope whatsoever. No hope. Nope. So, in the movie Leave the World Behind, based on Rumaan Alam's book, two families are forced to live together after some kind of technology blackout leaves them cut off from the outside. The Obamas signed on to produce the film last year with their Higher Ground production company. Man, you better not go ahead and trust those white people, guys. We are just terrible. So, let's go ahead and watch the trailer, shall we?
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people. Even Mom would agree with me on that.
Especially white people. Do not trust whitey. You cannot trust white people. They could have gone ahead and said, just don't deal out trust so easily, but they went ahead and cannot trust those white people, especially. Trusting those white people is what's really going to get you. You cannot trust them whatsoever. In the scene that's gone viral, a father confronts his teenage daughter who is upset about the circumstances and that have forced them to live with their other family, who are white. She tells her dad, I'm asking you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people. Following the film's Friday release on the streaming site, people took to social media and blasted the scene racist. For once, social media has got it right. For once. When does social media go ahead and get it right ever, calling a scene racist when it actually is? Now, if white people were actually like the people that go ahead and, burn down the cities, we would be looting a Bass Pro in Cabela's right now. But, we're not. Too bad. I could use a new fishing rod. So. All right. Those white people. Here we go. Hillary Clinton is going to be going ahead and helping us. Oh, I watched the whole film, full of innuendos, both subtle and not subtle slurs against the white people in the film. Oh, good to know. So make sure you don't watch that film, guys. It is inherently racist. All right. Well, let's talk about Hillary Clinton real quick. Hillary Clinton is to take a larger role in Biden's re-election campaign. And even Democrats are laughing. Can you believe that, y'all? Hillary Clinton is going to be helping out. So if anyone turns up dead that knows the Biden family, we're going to know why. It's because the Clintons are here to help. So, Hillary Clinton is reportedly gearing up to take a larger role in Joe Biden's re-election campaign, a decision that is receiving a fair amount of mockery from both sides of the political aisle. Duh. So, although she is not an official member of the Biden's campaign team, she has positioned herself as one of the most visible and influential surrogates. Clinton hosted a big ticket fundraiser in late November benefiting his re-election war chest. 2 weeks earlier, she published an op-ed in The Atlantic defending the Biden administration's response to the ongoing war between Israel and the terror group Hamas. So people helping with Joe Biden's war chest. Okay. Was that like 5 people? 5 people that actually like Joe Biden? They're just going to be sitting there in an empty room like Dylan Mulvaney was when he was giving his speech in the University of Pennsylvania. So, all right, so this is according to NBC when they wrote on Monday. Clinton is popular with women in key parts of the Democratic base and remains fundraising draw who can help ensure Biden has the money to get his message out. There's still a 2 for the price of 1 theme when it comes to her family. Husband Bill Clinton made a cameo at the fundraising event at their Washington home. But everyone was convinced that Clinton, who lost the former president Donald Trump in 2016, was the best person to help Biden defeat Trump, who still is in a formidable lead on the rest of the Republican field in 2024. And Donald Trump leads Biden in every poll now. Hillary Clinton will be in charge of making sure Marxist doctrine is being followed. Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially since that Hillary Clinton knows that Joe Biden doesn't know where he is. So you got to have someone in line to go ahead and do so. So at the Christmas benefit at the White House, Joe was going ahead and talking. He was going ahead and giving monologues and stuff, and it has been raising questions about his health to people because they're like, "Oh wow, Joe Biden is really in a mental decline now. They just noticed it." Took them a while. Took them a long while to figure that out. But it's just how it is they're not going to go ahead and make sure that Biden is gone. No, instead they're still going to try to re-elect this guy because they got no one in the wings that is popular with the American people whatsoever. They're like, oh, they can go ahead and bring out Michelle. No one wants Michelle Obama. No one wants Gavin Newsom. And no one for hell wants Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, the worst politician in U.S. history. No one wants that. All right. Now we are still waiting on Ken. He's got to get the entire Wi-Fi set up again in his house, so we're going to keep on going while we wait for him. So don't know if y'all know this. It's Hanukkah season. All right. Now, just like every single Hanukkah season in the last several years, Kamala Harris and her husband release a video talking about Hanukkah. They make a post every year going like, oh, this is why you need so go ahead and celebrate Hanukkah. Thing is, they don't know the real reason why Hanukkah is celebrated. So let's go ahead. So Kamala Harris's husband and deletes post after getting mocked for not understanding Hanukkah's story. Vice President Kamala Harris' husband, Doug Emhoff, deleted a post on social media Monday after facing mockery over getting the story of Hanukkah wrong. In the story of Hanukkah, the Jewish people were forced into hiding, and Hoff claimed in a now deleted post on X. No one thought they would survive or that the few drops of oil they had would last, but they had survived, and the oil kept burning during those 8 days in hiding. They recited their prayers and continued their traditions. That's why Hanukkah means dedication, he continued. It was during those dark nights that Maccabees dedicated themselves to maintaining hope and faith in the oil each other and their Judaism. These dark times, I think of that story. So, him retelling that story, all right, here's the thing. It's not real. It's not true whatsoever. So the true story of Hanukkah involves two groups of Jewish warriors, the Maccabees, led by Judah Maccabee, who revolted against the Seleucid Empire, ruled by Antiochus the fourth. And Antiochus, I think, like I said, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Had banned Jews from practicing their faith and desecrated the second temple in Jerusalem. Maccabees won and rededicated the temple during the rededication of the temple. There was only enough olive oil to keep the menorah in the temple lit for one day. However, miraculously, the oil burned for 8 days, and more oil was later secured. This is why Hanukkah is celebrated for 8 days and 8 nights. So I know you're trying, but the story of Hanukkah is important and should be recounted accurately, said the former ambassador of Israel, David Friedman. And the rewriting of of Hanukkah as a story of Jews hiding rather than Jews fighting against assimilation is absurd, but also revealing about the attitude of the left. National Review editor Philip Klein responded. So, another one is William Scharf. Doug Emhoff apparently thinks Maccabees were hiding out in a sort of subterranean lair with an oil lamp. This is empathetically not the story of Hanukkah. Reconsecration of the temple and recommitment of the biblical values and teachings is the story of Hanukkah. It is amazing seeing all of these different people going ahead and lighting them up. So, now y'all actually know the true story of Hanukkah. Shut up. Look, Blue, I'm waiting for Ken to come on. We're going ahead. We're covering as many stories as we can before we can have him on here. He had something come up. And quite frankly, if you don't like me covering these stories, go ahead and leave. No one's forcing you to be here. Okay. All right. So we got a few more stories we can talk about real quick. So as the war in Israel continues, Houthi terrorists hit oil tanker with anti-ship cruise missile. So Houthi Islamic terrorists attacked an oil tanker on Monday evening and was traveling in between the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. But the thing is that we're supposed to believe that everything is fine in the Middle East. But guess what? It's not. At around 4 p.m. Eastern on December 11th, a motor tanker, Strinda, was attacked by what is assessed to have been an anti-ship cruise missile launched in a Houthi controlled area in Yemen while passing through the Bab el Mandib. I have no clue what that is. U.S. Central Command said in a statement. So, what is going on here? Why aren't we going ahead and we're getting taught about this? Pretty easy. The Biden administration wants us all to think that everything is all right in the world. that everything is good. But let's go ahead and talk about this, shall we? Because they don't want us to talk about it. So, what's been going on in the Middle East, besides the Israeli war with Hamas, is that all of our shipping containers have been going ahead, and being attacked by pirates. But what's been happening is that the Biden administration does not want to retaliate against these people. When this is honestly the biggest canal for the trade in the world. Biden administration does not want to do anything about it. They just wants to go ahead and allow the pirates to take control. Now, the thing is that back in I think it was like 1872. I think it was around there. There was pirates back then, and we freaking wiped them out easily. But the thing is that why isn't Biden doing it? By wiping out these people that are the pirates, it would be a tremendous help to the people around the area and to every single country. Because let's be honest, every single country hates the freaking pirates. So go ahead, get them off. That simple. Go ahead and get rid of the pirates. Literally just blow them up. You can take care of this so fast. But the Biden administration doesn't want to do that. Biden administration wants to go ahead and keep on creating all of this different stuff. So just vacuum into chaos. Eventually leading into another world war. That is what the Biden administration wants from us. All right. We are still waiting for Ken to join us. Yes. So while we are waiting, I'm going to pull up a few more articles that we need to touch up because the media does not want you to know anything. Okay. All right. Oh, here's another thing you won't know. So, the feds has spent nearly $2 billion to Planned Parenthood. $2 billion. And to other pro-abortion groups. Like, are you kidding me? So this happened, and we're just supposed to go ahead and be fine with it. By the way, the $2 billion happened with over a 3-year span, man, according to the government report. But thing is that why are we sending $2 billion to these people that want to kill babies? Why? These people shouldn't be getting a single cent. So, A report came out on Tuesday, so today, that $1.98 billion in federal dollars was allocated to multiple different pro-abortion organizations, including those who perform abortions. Well, duh. What? Over a 3-year time period between 2019 to 2020. Planned Parenthood received the overwhelmingly bulk of the sum, a whopping $1.78 billion during that term. $1.78 billion. These people have been getting from us. Planned Parenthood, $1.78 billion. It's a disgrace. It's disgrace to the American people. It's the disgrace to the American way of law. $1.78 billion to Planned Parenthood. Now, I do know Planned Parenthood does other things besides abortions, but what are they known for? Oh, that's right, abortions. They're known for killing babies. We should not be giving them money whatsoever. Planned Parenthood and organizations like them should not be getting money. It's that simple. You don't want to have a child? Okay, here's an easy way. Don't have sex. Period. It's like how simple that can be. Look at me not going ahead and getting a woman pregnant right now. It's like it's that simple. Because it is that simple. It's so simple not to have a child. You do it nearly every single second of the day. If you don't want to have a child, don't do the act where you go ahead and could potentially get a child. It's that simple. But you know what? That's fine. People don't understand that. It's just basic common sense is all. So, all right. Okay. But you know, this country has gone ahead and thrown out common sense. Goes back to history with Margaret Sanger. Yep. So, TikTok is back in the news again. Now for a different reason. There's now a debate going on TikTok. You know that. So TikTok debate rages over showers. There's the right way and the unhinged way. So, okay. In a video by Alexandra Lee that's since gone viral, the creator shared that she had recently discovered she and her mom shower differently. Okay. Why the fuck is this an article? The Daily Wire. Why the hell did you need to make this an article? What? That is like something I expect from like CNN. That's like something that like I know it's a New York Times reported by the New York Times, but why the heck do we need that as an article? Oh, so this person showers differently from this person. Well, it's like people are completely fucking different. Ah, you see, this person does soap first, and this person does shampoo. Like, what the fuck? This person washes their feet first, and this person does it differently than that. Why the hell is that an article? This is insane. Did y'all run out of news to cover where like you had to go ahead and go like, oh, we got to talk about how people shower now. We got to cover that. That is newsworthy. Got to go ahead and cover how people shower. Why? This person doesn't shower like I do. Well, it's like you're not the same person. Good grief. God damn. Soon there's going to be a political cartoon. It's going to show like Jeremy Boring or like Ben Shapiro in the shower, and they're going to be all like, oh, I don't shower that way. It's an attempt to make us all stupid and not think about what's really going on. Yeah. Definitely. Agreed. So let's go ahead. Let's look at some political cartoons real quick. But these people won't understand what's actually going on anyway. Let's look at this cartoon. It's just what I wanted. Aid to Ukraine. Oh, great. Except I don't think we should be sending any money to Ukraine. Like, oh, here's the bad Republican putting coals in the stocking. What? How dare that Republican not give us the aid to Ukraine? Look, if the Democrats actually wanted the aid to Ukraine, they would have gone ahead, passed that bill that the Republicans written up that includes aid to Ukraine, border security, aid to Taiwan and Israel. That simple. You're now leaving a blue state. That's actually funny. You're getting close to the. Yep. Right here's the immigration policy of the United States. We're getting close to the solution. And as we so often are. Oh my God. It's literally like that with these people. I swear. But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and that he thought it up quick. Bribery's nonsense. It's my personal savings account. Senator Menendez. Ooh, let's go ahead and do the Bidens. Let's do the Bidens. All that we have to do is go ahead and just put the Bidens right there. Simple. Don't even have to change the face either. Finally, we agree on something. What is that? I don't care about that. You gotta love these Democrat ones that are going ahead and trying to paint Trump as a dictator, like dictator Trump, abuse of power. But even when Trump was president, he didn't abuse power. We know that for a fact. But Trump's a dictator. Okay. Eh, all of these are good whatsoever. I don't know who this person is, but they suck. I created bipartisan in Congress. He finally ate lion with Santos. Oh my god! All right, that was actually funny. Both sides have voted to expel. Yeah. Okay. Santos lands new job. Trump 2020 election lies in January 6th theories. It's not good whatsoever. Wait, what the heck? How did they draw Biden? This is like something that's going to live in your nightmares. Which makes sense because Biden's presidency isn't an actual nightmare. Sure, my administration met secretly with several environmental groups to remove dams. I decided to close 4 dams in Washington in an agreement to protect salmon. After all, I really do love salmon patties. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, just waiting for Ken to respond to my text message. We should be getting him on within the next 15 to 20 minutes, I think. So, there is a good Tom McDonald song that came out recently. So, and if you haven't listened to Tom McDonald stuff yet, you got to. It's honestly one of the best stuff that I've seen. So, yeah, we don't fucking care. All right, so this is Superman by Tom McDonald.
Unlock my phone and watch the world die. They cry into God while they run for their lives. Blood in the streets, bombs in the sky. Goodbye. I hope you had dreams come true. I hope they see in their crosshairs what I see in you. And I hope and I pray that's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast. We need something bad. More than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh. Superman. I turn on the news and watch the world fight. Thousands of men making widows of wives. I'll be home soon, walked off in the night. Goodbye, I will remember you. I know it's true to be shot and they're men just like you, but I hope and I pray, 'cause that's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad, more than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Soon you won't need.
Did it wrong, and he's doing it right this time so that I never have to worry about this again, because he's like, your Wi-Fi is going to be a lot faster. So I do apologize. I didn't sort of take this long, but when he told me all the shit that happened, and that he said like one of the cords had water in it, and chewed, and all this, I was like, yeah, it was probably a good thing that I called him to come.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a good thing that you called him to come.
Because I'm like, how am I going to influence if I don't have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but don't worry. I will be. I felt like I'm so sorry. I should have. I thought it was gonna be a minor thing. I didn't think it was gonna be like this whole ordeal. Like.
Oh no, you're fine.
But I definitely am still coming on. The second.
I'm grabbing Gavin Newsom here to announce California is running our Going Out of Business sale. That's right, after 173 years, California is closing our doors. But don't fret, we're passing the savings on to you! That flat screen that used to cost $700, now